Hello everyone, my name is Rodder and you're watching the Minecraft Guide for Beginners, the tutorial series on YouTube for new and returning players to Minecraft 1.16 and beyond. In this episode, the zombie villagers that are under the ground underneath that netherrack are getting cured into regular villagers. We're going to be breeding up villagers and getting some villager trades going finally. So excited for this. This has been an episode I've been looking forward to since the start of the series. More so than the end dragon fight, more so than getting Elytra, because I absolutely love villager trading mechanics. Now, the first thing we got to do before we can craft these, before we can cure these zombie villagers, we gotta make some golden apples, because in order to cure a zombie villager, you need to hit them with a splash potion of weakness and then cram a golden apple down their throats. And then after a few minutes, they will convert into a normal villager. We will then set up some beds in the underground pit area. We will throw them some food, we will get them breeding, making more villagers, as well as getting some villager trades rolling. So this is going to be a great episode here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you don't miss future awesome videos like this one. Hit the thumbs up button because you know it's going to be good. And if you have any questions, hit the comments down below or jump into my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/Rodder, link in the description down below. So to craft up golden apples, it's very simple. You need apples. And you need gold. It literally is a very simple recipe. 1 apple, 8 golden ingots. It's an expensive recipe. You can also find golden apples in loot chests in structures. So if you don't have the gold or the apples, you can go ahead and look there to try and find some for this. And we're gonna make 2 because we have 2 zombie villagers. Now in the last episode, we brewed up the splash potions of weakness, so I'm not gonna run through that again, because I don't have any more glass bottles. I mean, I could make some, but just go back and watch the last episode. It's in the playlist. Easy to find. Potion brewing guide. Now we have our golden apples. We have our sun's going down, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna stash these here in the chest. We have our splash potions of weakness. We have golden apples. We have beds, workstations, trading materials. I need to go and sleep, and then we're gonna bone meal those carrots for breeding food. So then all we had to do is basically just dig a little opening. Now we can't open the top of the pit up because the zombies are gonna burn in the sunlight. So we're gonna dig down to the side and kind of open up a side window. They will pathfind to us because they want to eat our faces. We'll smash them with the potion, hit them with the apple, and in 3 to 5 minutes, they will convert back into regular villagers. It's very super simple. You can trap zombie villagers just by waiting for nighttime and digging some pits, and then just luring them into the pit and covering it back up. Be sure to name tag them or give them an item to hold so they don't despawn on you, because if they despawn, that would be so very unfortunate. All right, we're gonna sleep the night away here, and then it's zombie curing time. This block here represents where the pit is. So I'm gonna go off here to the side. Oh, there's a opening here. Looks like, oh, nope. Zombie villager was invisible. That was interesting. Hopefully he doesn't burn, and we can still try and cure him. Okay. Either he burnt, or he's still in that pit somewhere. Let's go over here and see if, hopefully we can still see this zombie here. Oh yeah, we can still see Bob. So let's see, nope, I did not bring the stuff. I didn't bring the stuff to do the thing. So that's really unfortunate that one turned invisible, because that's gonna put a crank in my whole plan here. But we can cure Bob first. Alrighty, Bob. There we go. He's got the particle effect, and we cram them with a golden apple. While he's curing, let's go ahead and back over to here, and let's dig back one more. Put a dirt block there. Alrighty. No hitboxes there. I'm gonna see if I can throw a splash potion in there and see if I can see particle effects. If we can cure the invisible zombie, we may be able to get a regular villager. Otherwise, I'll have to wait till nighttime and try to grab another one. Nope. Not seeing. The only particle effects I'm seeing are coming from myself. Let's step in here. Yeah, I think our zombie villager did burn up. Turn invisible and then he burned up. Which is unfortunate, but there we go. Now we can see Bob here. So while we're waiting for Bob to cure, let's talk about how do we decide what professions that we want our villagers to have, because we can pick their professions and we can manipulate their trades by destroying and replacing their workstation. So the way a villager's trades are controlled is by their profession. Each profession has a bank of trades it can randomly select from for each level of villager. Villagers will level up the more you trade with them. So workstation blocks are like lecterns, composters, blast furnaces. These are all different profession blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first villager. It's already a farmer, but we still got to put in a profession block anyways once he converts, just so he can refresh his trades. And then what we'll do is we'll hopefully trade carrots to him. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just put the composter down here. Like that. So when he does convert, he should be able to get to his workstation right there. And I can even break this block here. There we go. And we'll go ahead and we'll just start narrowing his ability to wander. Now, because the other zombie despawned, turned invisible, whatever, we can't start breeding villagers right away. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and jump off camera and capture another zombie villager. Hello, pillagers, illagers. Wow, there's a party's heading off that way. Okay, we don't have to worry about them. They're moving away from our location. But we can still make use of the one villager for trading. The farmer will be able to convert our carrots into emeralds, and then once we unlock all his trades, we'll be able to buy golden carrots from him, which is an excellent food source. So there's still that value. And then when the next time night falls, I'll go ahead and try to capture another zombie villager, which means I want to prep the pit. So we'll go ahead and we'll just dig a little hole here. We'll make it 4 wide. Dig that down nice and deep. And then we'll just put that there so zombie won't be tempted to try and eat that villager's face. Pop up here, and so wait till night and just kind of run around killing mobs until a zombie villager appears. Lure him into this pit and then drop and then cover it up. And we'll probably name tag him too. But that'll be done. Actually, I might record that for this episode. I'm not sure yet. Let me think on that. But first, I want to get to the trading demonstration. So, Bob, if you could hurry up and please just heal and convert back to a regular villager, that would be just fantastic. It would be super considerate of you. And then once we get another villager down here, we'll dig the pit out so they can all roam together, and then we'll set up a little underground village for them. And then my plans with this area is to build the whole area up into an actual village with houses and stuff, spawn-proof the area, and then let the villagers just roam free through here, and then have a commerce guild, which will be a villager trading hall, which is a structure that's designed to lock a villager in place, so you can always go right to that same spot every single time, and you will know that your villager, the trade you're looking for, is right there. If they can free roam, they may get eaten by mobs, or you may have a hard time finding them. Now, Bob, please hurry up and just do the healy thing. Now, also, it's important to note, every time you heal a zombie villager, you get a bigger discount on the prices of their materials that they sell. Oh, goal reached. Zombie doctor Bob has converted, and let's see, he has a carrot trade, and see how he has that red line through there? That means he was originally giving us 1 emerald for every 22 carrots. He is now going to give us an emerald for every 16 carrots because we cured him from being a zombie. So let's go ahead and grab a stack of carrots here. At 16, we should be able to get 4 emeralds. And now, once you trade, now if I broke the composter, these trades would change. But I'm gonna go ahead and trade with him just to kind of lock those trades in because I like that carrot trade. And as you saw, this little bar right here started to fill up as we traded carrots. That means he's getting more experience, and once that bar fills all the way, like any other RPG, he will level up and unlock the next set of trades. So we just want to go ahead and harvest these carrots. Since we're not going to be breeding right away, I don't mind using these for trades. I have plenty of bone meal from my mob farm and my skeleton farm, so I can just grind off camera and get a whole bunch of carrots pretty quickly. And in the future, we'll set up an automated villager crop farm to automatically grow and harvest carrots for us. But for right now, this is fine. There we go. Oop, I also have there. So we do have quite a few carrots. Let's go ahead and see how far we can level him up. And one more trade with the carrots. We'll wait for a minute, and those purple particle effects are your key to know that he's leveled up. And now he's offering us 1 pumpkin for an emerald. That's a huge trade for us. We can set up a pumpkin farm, passively generate pumpkins, and sell them to this guy, and get all kinds of emeralds. But we're gonna go ahead and finish off these carrots. So I'm gonna hold down the shift key and click the emeralds, and that's gonna trade that whole stack at once, and do that again. And now we have 10 emeralds. Let's go ahead and let's buy some pumpkin pie here. And we'll fill that bar up and we'll see what his next trade is. So now 1 melon for an emerald. So if we had a melon farm set up already, we would be enrolling into the, oh, and also the carrot trade has dropped down to 15 carrots, which is we have on us. We'll get 1 trade off of that. And we'll go ahead and we'll buy a thing of cookies to give him a little XP there. So that is basically the gist of villager trading. Now, as we level him up from journeyman all the way to master, he will get more trades here. So we're out of carrots for now. Okay, so we've been trading carrots for a bit here to get some more emeralds built up. And notice how there's this red X now? That means he's out of stock on that trade. So he's not going to take that trade anymore until he has a chance to refresh from his workstation. Which is why we need a workstation for each villager in our little setup here, so they can refresh their trades. They will refresh their trades up to twice a day within working hours. So I believe he's going to work the workstation here, maybe. Nope, still hasn't yet. And there's only set times of the day where a farmer works, where a farmer can work. So now his trade's unlocked again, so we can go ahead and start pulling more emeralds off of him, like an ATM. Okay, so we don't have any more carrots, so now let's go ahead and pick up some more cookie trades. And oh, 1 more. There we go. That should level him up from journeyman to the next rank, expert. So now with expert, we got suspicious stew. Let's go ahead and let's take some suspicious stew off of him. Ah, 1 more. There we go. And of course I throw my emeralds in there. Fantastic. Alright, so he is now a master. We now have 1 emerald to get 3 golden carrots. This is going to be great for us. This is going to be a great food source. And the glistering melon, which is very useful for brewing potions of healing. Healing potions, essentially. Glistering melon's going to be very useful for that. And so refer back to my earlier episode if you need to know how to brew some potions. So we got a good villager right here. So only 1 villager. We need to get. Let's do a quick recap on the villager trading that we have set up so far. We have 1 farmer, fully unlocked. Excellent trades. We can grow some. We have beetroot seeds that I found while exploring an abandoned mine shaft, so we can go ahead and grow those too. Pumpkins and melons, though. I feel like a pumpkin and melon farm is in our future. Something to automatically generate pumpkins and melons while we're just kind of AFKing around the base or putzing around the base doing other stuff. That's going to be an emerald maker for us. So we got 1 farmer in. I want to get 1 more villager in so we can start breeding, which I'll show you guys that in this episode. But I had to get off camera and get that farmer. What I want to get in this pit here of village trading is 2 farmers, 2 librarians with some decent trades. I want to get an armorer, a weaponsmith, a toolsmith, and a cleric. The weaponsmith, toolsmith, and armorer are very important because they will sell us diamond gear, tools, weapons, armor, pre-enchanted with random enchants. So that's gonna help me a lot because I'm gonna have more emeralds and diamonds when I get into the full swing of trading production here. And I will need to get geared up for the end dragon anyways, and this is gonna be a lot easier than going out and mining those diamonds. So we want those three in there. The cleric we want in there because we're getting a lot of rotten flesh from our mob grinder. So we want to definitely have a place that we can dump that rotten flesh into and get emeralds back for it, which will allow us to afford the diamond gear, tools, and weapons. The librarians are going to have hopefully mending enchant, which I will set up. I will get that set up later this episode, and another good, probably either a silk touch enchant or efficiency 5 or something like that, so we can get some decent enchants on our gear. I've been getting them breaking quite a bit from the table, so that's fine, but mending you can't get from the enchanting table at all. So you have to get it from a librarian or find a book in the loot chest somewhere. Go ahead and block that back up so nothing bad happens to our little farmer guy down there. We are set up pretty good here. It's halfway through to the Minecraft day, so I'm gonna jump off camera and I'll bring you guys back in once I get another zombie villager in there cured up and ready to breed. So I'll see you all after the edit. Okay, everyone. There was a little bit of an incident. There was a situation that occurred, and well, you see, it involved a couple creepers and a horde of zombies. I was trying to get a zombie villager from over there, and I wanted to bring him to the pit. And this is the aftermath of what happened. I was rushed by 2 creepers, double explosion. Bob, unfortunately, he was exposed, and the zombiedom, and then I slept and it became day and he burnt up. S in chat for Bob. So I have determined a new course of action, a new plan. We're going to dig out and build ourselves a very nice villager pit to put the villagers in, and then I'm going to go about 800 blocks that way to a village and kidnap 2 villagers and transport them back here. So, yeah. I think I need to start walking. Go get villagers and boats, and we're gonna transport them here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and I will bring you guys back in when I get to the villagers over here. And I will do a time-lapse sequence of the adventures of getting 2 villagers all the way over here from the village, which is 100 blocks or so away. So it's gonna be a long process. It's probably gonna take me a few hours, so I don't want to make you guys sit there and watch that process in real time, but I do want to show you the process so you guys can see how to get villagers and move them around. So I will do a time lapse of getting the villagers. I will cut back in when I get to the village and show you how to capture them in boats, and then we'll time lapse them coming on back. Okay, we've made a long trek to this village, about 800, 900 blocks from our base. And we have villagers running all over the place. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna catch some of these guys in boats. Now, the reason why we're using boats is that we can get in the boat and drive it to wherever we wanna go, but there's a catch. We can go down in elevation, but we can't go up. So I brought along a piston and a lever to lift our boat up a block when we need to go upwards in elevation. This is gonna be a long and tedious process. You're not gonna have to watch the whole thing through the magic of time-lapsing. You'll just see everything just fly by in a space of about 3 to 5 minutes. So let's talk about how we capture villagers in boats. So I'm looking for a villager, and yep, he's hiding. He knows what's up. He sees the boat in my hand. He knows what's going down right here. So I can get into here if I don't fall. And what we need to do is we need to kind of just, he needs to get off of this thing first. And we just gotta kind of break this workstation. And of course, I didn't bring an axe with me because that would be smart. And now he's got to get him to walk down the stairs. Dude, come on. Get down the stairs. Villagers are known for not cooperating with you. So if you're gonna go on a villager capture mission, be prepared. And we're getting right in front of him. And we have now caught him in the boat. So I'm gonna do is to protect him, I'm just gonna box him in. Because he's not gonna be the first one we transport back. And we're just gonna box him in here. And over the top like that. There we go. Now let's go get another villager into our boat and start making the trek back. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna worry about lighting up that space. I should be on my way well before any mobs can spawn in there. And I don't want to nitwit because he can't take a profession, but there we go. And now we are in. And this is now our life. Okay, well, you guys see, we had another situation here. Yeah, we did. Another situation. I kinda forgot to bring you guys back in when we got the villagers set up, so I'll just present to you the pit of We got a little carried away. I was so excited to be working on villagers and getting the profession set up that I forgot to show you guys how I did it. Luckily, we have 4 more slots to fill, and we're gonna do that with librarian trades, so I can demonstrate how to go ahead and reset trades and roll trades until you get the trades you like, and how to assign a profession using this guy right here, who doesn't have a profession because all the workstations have been claimed already. So with that said, I need to make sure I have an axe, and we're gonna sell this rotten flesh off to the cleric. And we're gonna use the emeralds we get from him to go ahead and buy ourselves an axe, because we'll need an axe to break the podium. Because I suspect we'll need to break and replace the podium a lot to get a good trade that we like. So, yes, you have the axe. So I'll take that from you. Thank you very much. And let's go ahead and get one of our lecterns out. And we're gonna play. He's gonna link up to this as soon as we place the workstation. Ooh, there's 2 of them. I like that. All right, one of you come over here. There you go. Librarian gives us a Riptide 2 and an Emerald. Unfortunately, we're not happy with Riptide 2, so we're gonna fire you by breaking the workstation and put it back down. And he's gonna relink to it. Looting 1 and a bookshelf trade? No, I definitely need you to have paper and mending is what ideally I'm after right here. Okay, appears. Oh, nope, there he is. Sweeping Edge 3 in paper. Sweeping Edge 3 is a pretty good, but it's not a critical one. We're not going to have enough villagers in this hall here to be able to get every single enchant, so we have to be very choosy. Now, when we construct our actual trading hall, we can be, we don't have to be as choosy. I really need mending on my gear, so I'm just going to keep rolling this trade until I get mending on the first tier. Mending with a paper trade. Now, excuse me, there we go. Oh, you are down the, yep, and still no. The mending, silk touch would be a good one, and efficiency 5 would be a good one as well. Although, efficiency 5 is going to be very expensive, because we don't have the ability to heal or do zombie carrying. It's like, the reason why I wanted to do this as a, from zombie villagers for the first couple of villagers was to get the really good discounts there, but that didn't work out as we saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep rolling these trades, and then when I get the 2 librarians that I like set up, I'll bring you guys back to show you the final form of the Pit of Her. Alrighty, we have finished. Excuse me, Mr. Gollum, I'm trying to do something here. As I was saying, we have finished our Pit of Her, and we have a lot of villagers. We have 4 librarians, a cleric, a toolsmith, an armorer, a weaponsmith, and 2 farmers. I believe that adds up to 10, unless I missed one here. So let me take a look through what we have. We'll start with the cleric. Rotten flesh is why I chose him. I get a lot of rotten flesh from my mob farm right running. I get about 4 stacks every, a little bit over a stack an hour of rotten flesh from that farm. So having a place to dump the flesh out to is going to be very helpful. I also wanted a cleric because it gets bottles of enchanting later on when we have a surplus of emeralds, which probably won't be until we have the raid farm set up and the villager trading hall set up, but still. Ender pearls, which are a little bit annoying to farm up manually. Glowstone, and the redstone dust. Those are why I chose the cleric for this particular implementation of villager trading. Now moving on, we have this librarian, efficiency 5 for 15 emeralds. You can't go wrong with that. And this guy, efficiency 4 for 12 emeralds. I mean, whoops, a little bit of overlap there, but we also got lure, curse of binding. It's also good to have lots of librarians for the lantern and the glass trades. I really enjoy those. And name tags. I can get a lot of name tags now, which will be handy when I start using mobs in other areas. This librarian has Unbreaking 3, Curse of Vanishing, and Compass, and all those other standard trades. Paper, obviously, is always a good trade. But Unbreaking 3 is a huge enchant for us right now. Efficiency 5, we looked at him. Efficiency 4, we checked him out already. And this librarian over here has got the Mending trade for 9 emeralds. That's huge. We can put mending on all of our diamond gear now. That is such a huge relief to be able to have good enchanted gear. Now, the one thing we are missing is protection in this little setup here, but we're gonna add 2 more villagers to this mix because I forgot to show you guys how to breed them, which is a very important thing. Now, the toolsmith here, we have an unbreaking 1 diamond axe, we have efficiency 1 shovel. I mean, the enchants on these guys are not super stellar at all by any stretch, but diamond gear or emeralds. We don't have to go farming diamonds anymore. This guy, I haven't unlocked all the way yet, so I'm not sure what he's gonna have yet. So that's a work in progress. Let's see, this trader here, diamond armor. I mean, it's got some okay enchants on it, but again, buy the armor, strip off the enchants, put my own back on. That's basically how that's going to work. And then we'll check out the farmers. The farmers are the original 2 villagers I swiped from the desert village. And they have a carrot trade, pumpkin, melon, and the golden carrots. That's why I wanted farmers. I wanted to have 2 farmers to be able to dump all my carrots that I'm growing, as well as pick up golden carrots for a food source. So that's why I went with the mix I did. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna carve out a little space here. And we'll knock these 2 blocks down. Just a little alcove here to put 2 more beds into. And we'll take this row out just so the villagers can access the beds easier. Because in order for villagers to breed, there has to be available beds for the new villagers. And then we'll take and we'll put the torch up there. And we'll put that torch up there. And that should be, let me toggle my light overlay. Yep, that is all good. Ooh, there's a dark space here. Pop 1 torch out and set it right there to get rid of that dark space. And looks like we are all good here. There are no spawnable blocks in this room, which is super, super important. I mean, we don't want any zombies getting in here and eating our villagers. Okay, so the next step, I'm gonna go make a bed and I'll bring you guys back in for the actual breeding of the villagers. I also gotta bone meal some carrots. Excuse me, sir. Please do not congregate near the door. And of course, our pit features an airlock type design to minimize chances of villagers escaping. All right, I'm gonna go make those 2 beds and I'm gonna bone meal some carrots and I'll bring you guys back. I promise I'll bring you guys back in time this time. Just bear with me for a microsecond longer and you'll see the breeding process in action. We are back here in the pit of Her with 2 beds, some food, which is required for breeding villagers. We got 2 stacks of carrots we're gonna throw. And let me just walk you through the breeding mechanics at a high level view. So in order for 2 villagers to breed, there has to be 3 conditions that have to be met. They have to be happy, so you have to probably have traded with them. Is the best way to make them happy. There needs to be a empty bed for the new villager to occupy, and then you have to have full inventories of food in order to be in the mood for breeding. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drop down 1 bed, and we're gonna look and see if any hearts appear above anyone's heads. All right, so no hearts have appeared. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start throwing some food out right now. We're just gonna kind of toss some food, and these villagers, they're gonna pick it up, and it's gonna go into their inventories, and they're going to consume the food, and then they will breed. Let's try not to think too much about the fact that just simply eating makes them wanting to breed. It's not anything that I understand, and I certainly don't want to get into that conversation. So I usually throw about 2 stacks of carrots out. You can use other food items, but for me, carrots are just most convenient because that's what I'm growing for emeralds, so I always have a lot of carrots on hand. And we're just tossing. They'll pick them up. They'll toss them amongst themselves to kind of distribute the load a bit. And you can automate this process by having a farmer growing carrots in cropland, and he'll gather the food up and throw it to the other villagers. Now I'm not seeing any hearts yet, which means I probably didn't throw enough food. So I'll throw out some of these carrots here. I'll kind of try and target the farmers, but with all the villagers just kind of running amok in the room here, there's no really real way to guarantee us. He's got to keep throwing carrots out there. And let's see if we see any heart action now. Nothing yet. We'll drop another bed down. And we might need to go get some more carrots, so I will go get some more carrots and I will be back soon here. Alright, we're back with more carrots, and let's see if they bred while I was away. Yes, look at that. We missed it again. So anyways, hearts over the head means they're in the breeding mood. If there's an angry cloud stormy system, that means there's probably not enough beds for them to breed. So what we're gonna do is, when these guys grow up, we'll assign them traits. We'll probably look for protection, and maybe either Silk Touch or Fortune 3 I think would be good to have. But other than that, that's gonna pretty much wrap this episode up here. Excuse me, I'm trying to do my outro, people. Move it, move it, move it. Okay, this looks like a good spot to outro from. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a lot of fun to make, and I hope it shows in the video here. Hit that thumbs up button for me, please, because I know it's a good one. Subscribe to see future episodes so you don't miss awesome content like this. And if you want to hang out with me live, I do stream over on Twitch. Link is in the description down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and hit the notifications button to get notifications whenever I go live. You can talk to me on Twitter, as well as get stream and video updates as they occur in real time. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It was certainly a lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. And on that note, I will see you all in the next episode.